I want to start the podcast off with an impression. I want to see if you guys can get this. I've been working on it all weekend. You ready? Who am I?
Rory.
Trevor got it.
Yo.
That was a close guess, though. They both choke.
That is a fact, Tyler. That's
Ludwig sold so bad.
R squared.
Yeah. God, dude.
Those audio visual listeners. The impression
Hey,
was
someone's going to
honor
clip that
rolls.
and use that, I'm sure.
Or the new Hawk 2 girl.
Oh, yeah.
Spin on that
What the-
thing.
You guys ever seen Shane Gillis' new show, Tires?
Yeah.
On Netflix.
Yeah.
When he's like, when his cousin's on the phone and like that back. You seen the first episode?
Yeah, yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
talking about, right?
Yeah.
He's like fake, you know. Aw. That's crazy.
Anyway, welcome back. Double Bogey 194.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck yeah, dude. Nailed it.
Tyler, proud of you, man.
We're presented by Nicolay Law.
Yeah, we are.
And Rory no longer has any need for our boy Russell.
Personal injury.
They're working on their marriage, no longer getting divorced.
No,
So-
which is a wild turn of events.
Yeah.
So services needed, services not needed.
Yeah. So I'm sure Rory listened. He's going to love that impression. And he heard us talk about Russell. I'm sure he gave Russell a call. And Russell, being the family man that he is, talked him into fixing the marriage instead of getting divorced. You don't see that a lot with a lot of lawyers.
That is true. You don't see that.
He's always looking out for your
crazy.
best interests. And he's like, Rory, you don't want to get divorced, buddy. You want to make things work. If not for you, for Poppy.
Yeah.
And-
I mean, it's all about the kids, right?
Yep. So Russell saved a marrige. So shouts to see, lawyers aren't all about the money. Russell saved that marriage and he
Defend the
lost
man.
money out of it. So
When's he coming on the podcast?
whenever we want him to.
Well, let's pick a date. I got questions brewing.
Okay, I'll text him. I mean, I can't just be like, you're coming on tomorrow, Russell. He lives in Eau Claire. I shouldn't have
Yeah,
said
we'll
that.
call him in. We'll call
He
him.
doesn't live in Eau Claire, actually.
No,
so you're good.
clear it
Yeah,
up, point
that's
it out.
not where he lives.
I mean, we can call in.
Yeah. All right. I'll shoot him a text later.
And here's the
Remind
thing:
me.
like we can like reach out to him with a question, and he's not going to bill us by the hour.
That's
Yeah.
true.
It's
So-
true.
I'm pretty sure it's only gets paid if you win situation. So, which he's getting paid 99.9% of the time.
Award winning.
Award winning. So if you get hurt, check out nicolaylaw.com.
Give him a jingle.
Give him a jingle. Fill out a form. I'm sure there's an online form. I don't know. I haven't been injured. I guess
You
I
have
have.
been injured at work, actually.
Yeah.
But yeah,
At work. True. I didn't call him. It's because I'm a company man. I would never do that. Anyway, before we get into the U.S. Open, speaking of my injury, I golfed this weekend,
Did you?
fellas.
Wow.
I did. I walked
Really?
this weekend.
Wow, we are a
Damn.
walking
Fucking
podcast.
broken leg and all. So, update on the injury. I went to the doctor 2 weeks ago for that CT scan. Took them over a week to respond. Finally responded. Told me to come in to talk about the results. Bone is healed. Leg
nice.
is healed. Gonna need surgery still.
You're gonna need like that's confirmed.
At some point in my life, I'm going to need surgery because of this. I have ligament damage. But he said you
Oh
have
shit.
since both bones are healed, there's no rush. If the bones were still broken, or because the bone is actually broken in two places, they found in the CT scan.
Whoa.
So since both breaks are healed, there's no rush because they're going to have to re-break them anyway to do surgery. So if they were still broken, they would want to do it right away before they healed. So he said, it doesn't hurt you. Wear a brace, which clearly I'm not wearing.
How long you gotta wear a brace for?
Till end
Until
of,
you get surgery in fucking 5 years?
till end of July, and then they're going to x-ray me again, let me know.
Jeez, that's a long time.
But yeah, so apparently the fibula is just in the wrong spot, and that's what they could tell. So they know there's ligament damage from the fibula being in the wrong place. Because
Well, at this point, I don't know how much I trust these people with.
fair enough,
They've
dude.
been- they didn't even see the second break, so
Listen to this shit. Confirmed. Absolutely 100% without a doubt now. That lady that didn't give me a boot the first time,
fired.
lazy. Because
Oh.
I was like, he's like, we're going to need to get you a brace. I'm like, okay, so do you put the brace, order that to the medical accessory store and I go pick it up? He's like, no, we have a ton of braces here. And I was like, okay. What about boots? Do you guys have boots here? He's like, we have a lot of boots. What are you talking about? And this is the building connected to where the lady sent me out of there with no boot.
Jesus.
I have the utmost respect for the medical profession and people in it because they save lives. They do so much good. What I do have a problem with is people not doing their job.
Same.
And I mean, you guys can all attest to that. I've probably gotten on each one of you for not doing
sure.
your job.
Yeah, in
as
fact,
I would hope you
like-
would do to me.
Like, I know that's the one thing that is guaranteed to make Ryan
Fire him
fucking
up.
steaming.
Just
Yeah.
do your job.
Yeah.
That's what you go to work to get paid for. That's how you put food on the table, is by doing work to get a paycheck to then put food on the table. And a lot of people, I feel like now they're being lazy and they're not doing work. They're just gathering the paycheck because they know they can get around it and they know they can just kind of hide behind the scenes. That's some bullshit.
Yeah, and especially when somebody's leg pays the price.
Well,
Who knows if there was a double break until they sent me out of there with no boot.
Yeah, no
I
shit.
mean, that's true.
Yeah.
Could have been the walk from the clinic to the medical accessory store that broke it in second place.
Could have been.
So that pisses me off. I was already a little pissed off this morning. Could you guys tell it all?
Not really. Now
Okay,
I can.
that's
No.
good.
I don't know. How should I answer this?
Well, let me just get it.
What do you want to hear?
Let me just get out of the way quick, and then you can continue, Tyler. So I'm turning 31 this Saturday,
Congrats,
and
man.
obviously I want to golf.
Yep.
Like that's the one thing. That's my one requirement
Mhm.
on Saturday. So I go online to book a tee time at the course I normally golf at the lake, and I do it for 4. Okay, I'll find 3 other people, and I get to the total, which they give you the total, and then you give your card so that they can just hold it there in case you don't show up. $360 for 4 people, and I'm like, holy shit! Like, did I like double book a tee time? Is this for 8 people? No, this is for 4 people and 2 carts. A round at the course I golf at a lot now is $90 with a cart.
Did they bump it up?
They had to have. So $24 for the cart and $66 for a round of 18.
Jesus.
And I've golfed $100 courses before, and
This ain't one.
it's not $100 course, especially where we live. Like inflation is,
Right.
I get you if you get down in Arizona, like Scottsdale area, shit's just more expensive.
Gotta stay competitive.
Yeah, stuff's just more expensive. So it's not $100 course, and now it's like and I golfed there last weekend, but I didn't book the tee time, and I didn't have to pay because my buddy he already owed me money, so he paid it anyway.
Did you text him, ask him what he paid?
I didn't know.
You should. You should see if they jacked it up from last week to this week.
So now I'm dealing with that. I'm like, well, is it worth paying $90 to go golf? I mean, I play here damn near every weekend.
Well, there's a couple courses out there, isn't there?
There is, yeah. I just I enjoy playing it,
Right.
but now do I enjoy playing it enough to pay $90?
I'm going to tell you right now, I wouldn't.
And it's like, okay, I could walk, but I also just don't want to walk. So
You could.
I
You
could.
could
I
just
could.
There's no shot he's walking.
I could, yeah.
Dude, I'm looking at this right now. So I pulled up their prices of this. And it sounds like they also did you a fucking dirty too. Because, well, I'm seeing the
They
$60
jacked the
for
morning
18.
tea times up.
Yep.
Maybe.
I'm
$72.
seeing the half cart. Dude, asterisk on all of the prices on their website. Friday through Sunday on holiday rates during peak season may change without notice due to high demand.
It's not a holiday weekend though.
It's not.
It is a weekend round, and it is. So this was an 8:20 tea time.
Juneteenth's on Wednesday. Holiday weekend.
That's
Yeah.
true.
But it's not the
around.
weekend.
That's true, Trevor. It's the week.
It leads into it.
So every tea time before 8:20, I believe, was $72. So then then it is quite literally $100 bill at the
Jesus
damn near $100
Christ,
bill.
dude.
So anyway, I just had to get that out of there. Again, $24 for a cart, and still $24 if you have 2 people versus 1.
Mhm.
It
So you
doesn't
should-
make sense.
A lot of people really enjoyed our discussion on that.
Mm-hmm.
And we're also pissed off about it because why don't we all just get our own cart then?
I mean,
You should.
Makes
Every
sense.
single individual is paying the same price, regardless of if there's 2 people in the cart or not. And I just want my own cart then.
and I've even considered like investing in a bike, like
Yeah.
like one of the motorbikes.
Think about it.
Then you could put it in the back of your pickup.
How much would one of those cost? Like $2,000?
I'd probably say 3 to 4.
Yeah, sure.
So
Okay.
let's do the math. Let's just
Take you
conservatively.
200 rounds.
Let's say four grand.
Okay.
So 400 divided by 24. Wait, 4,000 divided by 24. It'd take me 166 rounds to pay that off. And
That's 3 years of golf.
right.
Yeah.
So
So that's not unreasonable.
I'm sure they get good gas mileage too.
Yeah.
Unless
Yeah.
they're electric. You know,
Yeah, you get
Could be
electric.
I think most of them, the one that I rode in Myrtle Beach was electric,
I would love for ego.
literally and rhetorically,
Yeah.
theoretically.
Yes. and-
Yes.
Yeah.
And I've always said, well, I haven't always said, I've said this once before, but you know, the fat tire bikes,
Yeah.
they should make a pedal bike something that you can drive on the golf course or ride on the golf course.
Yeah. With the big fat
Because
tires on it.
Yeah,
a
then
bad
you're
idea.
getting exercise, so it's similar to walking. You're gonna be golfing faster, and it's something that you can just throw right in the back of your pickup. Now that would probably be like $2,000.
Yeah.
So
Me and my brother growing up, we had this scooter that had small fat bike tires on it. So it was like, yeah, I mean, and you would just push it around. That would be perfect for the golf course
Yeah.
as well.
A riding scooter for 1,000.
Hell yeah, dude.
riding scooter.
That's
for 1,000?
sweet.
Is
Oh,
that
let's
a
go.
golf board?
It just says golf electric balance cart.
Okay.
Oh,
There's
this is
a-
from
You
there's-
Timu.
stand like this and you're holding
Okay.
it. You're going-
I that's what I rode in Alaska. The golf
Oh,
board.
really?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I thought you rode the same thing Grandpa Dave did, and his was basically a 4-wheeler that you stand on.
Yeah.
That's not that. That's like a kid's scooter, like a little electric.
Oh, it's a
one.
kick scooter. It's not.
No, it's electric.
Yeah, but
Oh.
it's teeny tiny, like one of those kick scooters.
You just stand and you face forward and I think it's a handlebar for a drive.
Yeah.
like
A golf board.
Yeah. I thought your
1,000?
golf board you rode sideways, didn't you?
Nope.
It was straight on.
Straight on. Yep. You can ride sideways if you want to, but okay, interesting. I mean, it's gonna get to a point here where we got to come up with something.
We do. We
up with
try
some sort
every
of
week,
solution.
and the courses aren't listening to us. They're instead, in spite, jacking up prices for Ryan. So maybe we need to keep our fucking mouths shut.
Or give me a 10 round cart membership
They do actually. They offer that at the golf course you're talking about.
just for 10, like
they
5
have
to 10.
10 rounds, punch card. You can use it. So 5 rounds is $315 and 10 rounds is $615. So it's going to be $61 with a cart per round for your 10 rounds across the summer.
Wait, how much for
Wait, that's
10
kinda
rounds?
sick.
It'd be $61.50 for 10 rounds
Hell yeah.
with a cart,
2.5.
with a 10 round punch card.
So that's a better because
It's like
you'll use that for sure. Unlike
So
the membership.
18 holes plus a cart is $61.50.
Yeah, it's $615 for 10 rounds with a punch
So
card.
it's like
that you can
it's a
use.
mini membership.
Yeah, it says punch cards can be used anytime and will expire at the end of the season.
Okay.
I think we
Okay.
might have found
I maybe just
something
didn't look
for
into
you.
it hard enough.
If you also can't commit to the 10 round thing, they also have a 5 round one at $315, which I'm going to do the quick math on that. $63 per. So
With a cart.
with the cart, with just golf, it's $45 a round.
Son of a bitch.
That's a pretty good deal, actually.
Okay, so they're-
shouts to the course
Yeah,
that we
so
were just shitting on.
Okay, so they're doing something about
But this is a really good example of like how these golf courses can also get around. Cause like they want the guaranteed money, right? The golf course will take the guaranteed money over some Joe Schmo who cancels a tee time at last minute and then they don't end up booking that tee time, right? So this is at least a kind of a win-win for the course and for you where it's like, yeah, we'll give you a little bit of a discount. We'll give you almost a 30-40% discount just as long as you buy those 10 rounds first.
yeah. Could get myself a birthday gift.
Yeah, do it.
The only thing
I
I'd look
like
into,
this though because this is truly a mini membership.
Yeah.
Because you got the big one
I'll
last
play
year.
5 rounds for sure.
yeah,
play
I would
10
make sure
rounds
that you
for
could
sure.
use like
Yeah,
2
pot-
of the rounds. With you
I
and
think I
someone
only
else.
played 10 rounds
But
last
so
year.
here's the thing. So if you'd get the 10 rounds, then you can use it for multiple people. Like buddy got you around, you can get him around with your punch card.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was saying. You should look into that. If you could use 2 of your rounds on one day with like you and a buddy.
Interesting. I've never been sold on this before. Like send me a promotional, that's a promotional email I'll click into and I'll probably convert from it.
Yeah.
Or like, hey, at the clubhouse, like, treat me as if I'm walking into the auto body shop for an oil change. Like upsell me on the filter and upsell me on the fucking blinker fluid and upsell me on new type, upsell me on it.
Yeah.
They know who I am there. I see me every weekend.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that this isn't a,
Okay, good to know.
I think you should do that.
I feel good now.
yeah. I mean, even this 5 rounds thing, you'll have 5 rounds between
Easy.
now and the end of the
Well,
summer.
essentially,
no
it's
big
like
deal.
it's like free cart
Yeah.
because it's $66 a round without a cart, $63 with a 5 with a cart. With
I
the
wonder if-
5 round membership.
We're going to have to do some research. I wonder if other courses that we play often are doing this.
Good question.
Might have to double check that, make sure it's no weekends or morning tee times too.
That is,
Yeah.
they're usually
The asterisks will be on there.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm not seeing any other asterisk besides punch cards can be used anytime and will expire at the end of each season. So
Okay.
There you go.
there you go. So there's your anytime. thing
I
right
wonder if
there.
I get to book as a member as well, because I think they get to book sooner out.
I doubt it because it's not their. They got to keep some perks for their big members,
Yeah, you're probably right. But
still, it's still a good deal.
this is the nice in between. Like you don't want to be,
It's
you
commitment
can't have your
issues.
foot all the way
Yeah.
in, you're not all the way out. Like,
Yeah.
I know, like,
I want to hang
Yeah.
out with you every single night of the week, but I don't want to call you my girlfriend.
it's
Membership.
exactly that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good one, Tyler.
Jesus. that was actually
Okay. I mean, I think that's also good advice for other people too, because I haven't taken the time to just look into the membership options. Like if I'm not going to get a full membership, I just wouldn't assume they have a 5 or 10 round membership. So, man, if you guys are looking to save a little coin, look into your course's membership options.
Yeah.
Good
Well,
option.
I paid $12 to golf this weekend.
That's a great rate.
I wanted to test the ankle. So Saturday, G Dave came up and me, Grandpa Dave, and my oldest child, we went to the little par 3 course in Fargo, El Zagel,
Nice.
and we walked it. And I didn't play awesome, but I wasn't there to play for score.
Yeah.
But that is the extent of what I can walk right now, I think. I was braced up, those 9 short holes. By the end of it, the ankle was barking a little bit.
maybe
But
pop an Advil next time too.
yeah, I think maybe some painkillers go a long way. But the golf swing itself, 0 pain.
Interesting. And it's your
It's
right
the back
leg?
foot. Yep.
Okay. So
And
it's
which
like
you're turning on. So the turning didn't hurt it at all. It
Sure.
was really walking downhill is the thing that hurts it the most.
Yep. Makes sense.
So walking downhill, no go for me. But everything else was totally fine, it was just a good peace of mind round.
Next time you have to walk down, you should try walking backwards.
Yeah. Okay.
No, I mean, actually, because I think it'll.
It would simulate walking upward.
Correct.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm not going to be the guy walking down the hill backward. But it was howling winds, and I only had I hit 3 greens.
Did you bring your full bag, or did you bring your?
I brought
bag?
the full bag, mistake.
Okay.
Big time. I should have just brought the little pencil bag
Yeah.
because I didn't go any higher. I did hit the winds. There was like 45-mile-an-hour winds. And they was straight in our face on the longest hole, which is 175 yards.
God, that's so.
But that was the only time I went past pitching wedge. I hit an 8-iron straight into the wind.
Sure.
That was actually one of my better shots the whole day. But
We're back.
we just couldn't fucking putt, dude.
Yeah. And how long's it been? It's been over a month.
Well over a month. 6 weeks,
Okay.
7 weeks. Since playing like a real round. Like we shot some videos right before I broke it.
Yep.
But before that, I hadn't golfed for like 2 weeks. So
I am also. I'm now just in the camp of I'm a once a week guy,
I think that's perfectly fine.
and if I can get out once a week, I'm gonna accept that. You know?
Yeah, casually, I'm also once a week. Like I would love, it'd be perfect world. It's twice a week, once a week for this page,
Yeah.
and then once a week for myself and enjoyment.
Agreed.
Yeah, well, that's the update. I played pretty shitty. I think I shot like a 34 or something like that.
Par
30.
27.
Yeah, I had a lot of bogeys. I only had 1 double, I think.
Okay. Birds.
No birds, couple pars.
Okay.
You know,
I mean, we'll be back in no time.
I chipped really well. First hole, wind took my ball. I was like 10 yards off the green on the left.
Okay.
and chipped it within like an inch. I thought I was going to chip in my first hole back.
That would have been quite the homecoming.
It would have been. It would have been. The Ford par 3 course, guys, that's the best place to take your kid. He had a fucking blast. He is a true golfer. It was really slow. So there was a bunch of groups in front of us, really slow, and no groups behind us.
It's always slow there.
So
Because it's such a casual course.
Yeah. Yep.
Which is you expect that going there.
Also, if you're looking for tee times, there was about 1,000 available.
Yeah, they're always open
There we go.
Just not right away in the morning. And we got an 11 o'clock tee time, and there wasn't another one booked until like 2:30.
Yeah. A lot of those people are smart about avoiding high noon
Yeah.
in the middle of the day.
So we had all this time to wait. So we would just let my kid putt as much as he wanted. Now he's become a true golfer. I have a video of him putting 8-9 times
Did you make any?
before he gets it in the hole. No, he did.
Nice.
He would get to putt until he got it in the hole every time. And Grandpa goes up to him. He's like, "So what'd you get on that? How many putts did you take?" He goes, 5. And it was at least 10.
Hell
And it was
yeah.
like-
Cheating already.
I'm like, all right, well, I'm writing a 5 down for you, buddy.
Fuck yeah. If he says you got a 5, you got to trust your partner.
Yeah,
You
I'm
got
not
a
gonna.
5.
I'm not like that dude you golfed with last weekend. I would never call him out for cheating.
No. Well, and then, when he wants to take his game to the next level, after 5 strokes, he'll just be like, well, if I would have focused on the next 5,
Well, and if it
I
wasn't
would have made the first one.
yeah, and if it wasn't so damn windy and Grandpa was talking in my backswing,
Yeah.
I would have got a 2.
Yeah.
But the shitty thing was, his clubs, like his actual set of clubs, are here in the simulator. So all he had was this random child's putter that was way too big for him. So he wasn't hitting very good tee shots. But
Yeah. I mean, step number 1 is you got to have a good set of clubs. You
Wow,
gotta
and
have
also-
a good set of fitted clubs.
if you're going to golf, you got to have a good excuse as to why you had 9 putts
Correct.
on a hole. So
He
there you go.
didn't
You
have his
added another
yep.
excuse there.
Oversized
putter was
putter.
entirely too big for him. I'm actually thinking about chop sawing that pitch down and then just give him a duct tape handle.
It's not a bad
Do it,
idea.
yeah, or like you can buy baseball bat grip.
Oh,
in a
yeah.
roll, and like people will regrip their bats that way.
Yeah.
So you could just
Good idea.
Just do that.
Mm-hmm.
So
Also, buy a new grip. you can force a new grip onto a golf club too, and it'll stay pretty good.
You can maybe take that one
But
off
I'm
and
not
save
going to
it.
go buy my 4-year-old a grip when he doesn't give a shit. He's
Yeah.
not. I have that driver the Brotherhood of the Traveling Driver, that Cobra that broke, that I just put electrical tape on, and he loves that thing.
yeah. I can probably get a grip for you. I'm thinking about regripping my last set of clubs that I gave to my dad.
Mm-hmm.
Just I don't know. We'll see. Maybe try those out again.
Oh,
So, and here's the reason I say that. Okay, so I played my first Scramble tournament this last weekend
Mhm.
in 2 years, I want to say. And I mean, it's everything that I have imagined that it has been for the last 2 years. Scramble golf, nothing beats it.
God, you were just back in the glory days immediately.
I was back in the glory day. I was back in the town I went to college in. It was the Jimmy.
Hell
It was
yeah.
a Jimmy alumni scramble. So it was me, 2 of my baseball buddies, and then one of their dads. He was
Okay.
also a vibe. He's a great guy to have out there. He's kind of like a G Dave.
Okay.
So scramble tournament, morning crew, afternoon crew, 36 teams in each crew. So it's a huge scramble. We're in the afternoon crew and we're like, okay, well, we might as well get a quick 9 in before, let's get to town early. Let's get a quick 9 in, get loosened up, see where the shots are at. And then go get something to eat, a couple beers, and then we'll head out to the course.
Mm-hmm.
And the morning 9, the driver was striping fairways. It was as on as it could have been on. And everything else is also pretty on. Putting also, remember I said it, I don't know how to putt. I switched back to the putter that I got fitted for with my Mizunos,
Okay.
and
Dialed. Hell yeah, brother.
Jeez.
sometimes it just takes one little switch like that. Sometimes you just got to go back. You got to go back to your roots.
You need more variables.
I know.
Switch it up.
Hey, number one, excuse built in, new putter.
Yep.
But
Smart.
so that gave me the confidence to get on the green and putt, and my putting was much better than it has been.
Question for you: where were you at in the scramble putting order? Where'd they put you?
I was, well, it depended on who was ready and who wasn't. Cause again, it's a serious tournament, but it's also pretty loose because, you know, you're trying to catch up with everybody and you're bullshitting the whole time. So I was typically 3, sometimes 4.
Okay. So a lot of confidence. Did you start there or did you earn the 3 spot?
I started there.
Okay.
But it also my buddy's dad made a comment and he said, yeah, Logan's been talking you up the last couple weeks. And that was, I was like, fuck. Okay. Well, here we
Logan,
go.
fuck?
Yeah. I mean, I'm still a double-digit handicap. So let's just set that record straight that, okay, I'm not going to come out here and just blow the doors off of this tournament. But the morning round went great. However, I'm thinking in the back of my head, like, is there a possibility that this, like my game at this point can change within the next 2 to 3 hours? And I'll tell you what, it did drastically because I hit 2 fairways the entire scramble.
Oh,
now, granted,
God.
a lot of them, because I was hitting my tee shots 3rd.
Yeah, so you had safe guys, so you could let
Correct.
her rip. That checks out completely.
Yes, so I wouldn't say it was super off.
Strategy question. You play 9 holes and you're hitting all the fairways. Why are you not teeing off first?
Because
you guys needed to coach Tyler there.
Yeah.
We play 9 holes of scouting and you're hitting all the fairways and I'm in charge of the order, you are for sure driving first.
yeah, I mean,
But what if you can hit it the farthest?
okay, that was the thing. I was the 3rd longest out of the group.
He wasn't the farthest then. So he's my leadoff, hands down, no chance.
But our leadoff was it was my buddy's dad because he was hitting from the golds and we were playing from whites. So he's anywhere from 10 to 40 yards ahead of us.
So you let him tee off first and then come back to you guys?
Yeah. So my buddy would just take him up to the golds first that he would hit and then they'd come back.
Okay.
So that we knew if we had one safe or not.
Still
Actually really smart.
And there's
You
logistically,
should have him hit last, and if you can just punch a 4-iron, it goes as far as your drive.
yeah.
No, I mean, no. Okay, you guys, the order was fine.
Yeah.
The order is fine.
Strategically here, you guys should have ran away with this tournament.
Yeah.
But in the matter of 3 hours, things changed heavily because I hit 1 or 2 fairways. Now, the one fairway I did hit, it was dead center. And this is the one thing that I took away from the entire scramble. They have a bunch of like donation games going on at, you know, they had like at this hole, you know, par 3, you can win a hole in one. At this hole, there's like a kiddie pool 50 yards out. So you hit a chip, you get like $20 gets you 5 shots to hit a chip into the pool or, you know, hit it in the pool, whatever. For a $50 gift card, whatever. This specific hole, there was 2 of the college golfers on the hole, and you could pay $20 for one of them to hit your drive. So my buddy's dad paid the kid $20 to hit his drive from the golds, which at this tee box was probably 15 to 20 yards ahead of the whites. So I get up to the tee box first and I'm ready to go. And also I know we have a college golfer. So the order at that point didn't matter. So from the whites, I fucking stepped on one dead center. And I'm like, okay, well, it doesn't matter because this guy, he's hitting 20 yards ahead of me. He's gonna step on one as well. Well, he steps up and he hits a low liner, hit it well, dead center. We get up to the balls and I am 10 yards ahead of him. So
this is one of the ones you just unzip your pants and just fucking flop it out.
Yeah,
on the
so
fairway.
I look back. I said, I want our $20 back. I said, give me that $20 back. And it was like it wasn't a highlight of the scramble because the highlight was just being
it was a
with my
personal
buddies.
highlight.
It was a personal highlight though because I'm like, if I outdrive this kid right now, and we were kind, you know, we had one safe already. We're chirping him a little bit. He's a young kid.
Why? He's hitting your drive. You should have been hyping him up.
But I already hit mine. I had already hit. So, you know, young kid, he looked a little nervous. So I'm like, all right, let's try and let's get a couple laughs out of it. We couldn't get a laugh out of the kid. He was that focused on hitting this drive in which it, you know,
he was
you got outdriven by a 10 handicap.
I don't know if you guys know this, but around Jamestown College, University of Jamestown, whatever it is, they have those promotional pictures like every other college in the world. They have like, come to Jamestown.
In every building, yeah.
Every building. And you
Lifestyle
know
photo.
whose face is on all those promotional photos at Jamestown?
Ryan.
Your boys.
Mr. Ryan.
Jesus.
So this kid was like, holy shit, it's the fucking guy from the posters. He's the one chirping me.
He's the reason why I came here.
Yeah, I saw that poster on my visit and I knew that I had to come here.
Do you know why I did that promotional shoot?
I don't.
Because they were paying $100 for people like alumni to come in and allow them to take the photos.
Hell yeah.
And I had no money at the time. So I'm like, number one, I can stay with my friends there. I just need the gas. Well, I probably had plasma money to pay for the gas to get there. And then I stayed with my buddies and I got paid $100 to do that. And they happened to use every fucking photo they took.
And now you're immortalized in the halls of Jamestown.
Also, another funny thing, and this doesn't happen often, but when it does, it's kind of cool. We are at, this is probably our fourth hole in, and there was two foursomes at each hole. The other foursome we were playing with, there were football guys that had just graduated, and one of them went up to one of my buddies and was like, do people ever come up to him and say that he looks like the golf guy on social media? My buddy's like, well, that's him. And he's like, no fucking way is that it? So I've never gotten like, hey, does anyone ever tell him that he looks like that guy? It's kind of just
I was your buddy, I would have played it so differently.
I wish he would have.
He gets it all the time.
I wish he would have.
I think I know who you're talking about. You should go up there and tell him.
Yeah, you should. And he also looks like Marc-Andre Fleury and Kyle Shanahan and a little bit Adam Sandler.
A little bit.
There's a page, I don't know, it's on Twitter or something, of just guys who kind of look like Adam Sandler. Really? And I really want to post you on it.
It kind of depends on the day. Like, depends on if I've showered in a couple days or if I've just gotten a haircut.
Well, next time you wear the Bruins jersey, I'm snapping a picture and posting it on that Twitter.
I'll wear it next week.
Okay, done. So question for you guys. This is a group question.
Okay.
Out of all those Scramble gimmicks and Scramble games, which one's the most fun? Which one do you like the most?
Dude,
it's the car. For me, it's the car. It's the
hole-in-one for the car?
Hole-in-one for the car, because it's I'm pretty sure there was at least two, if not three par threes out of the four that you could win a car for a hole-in-one. The first one was a 215-yard par three into the wind, in which I hit a hybrid off the tee, and I was still like 5 yards short off the green. So that was like
that's the one that they put the Camaro on. That's
this one, it had a fucking sweet car on it. It was like some sort of hybrid or like a crossover. I don't know what it was.
But it was cool.
Yeah, all I'm saying is they're not gonna. Yeah, they're gonna put the expensive.
That's
car
not the one they put the Honda Civic on.
Yes, the Civic is going on the 143-yard par three. Yeah.
Yep. And every time we'd come up to a par three, I said, if this happens right now, this thing is going straight back to the dealership. Give you the cash in my pocket.
See, so here's where I disagree on the hole-in-one thing. I've played in 100 scrambles in my life, and never has anyone ever won the car.
Yeah.
So it's just it's when it does happen, it's going to be awesome. Mm-hmm. But it's just never happened. So it's just like, this is a fucking waste of money. I know it's going to charity, so it's not a waste of money. Yeah. But it's just like, it's never going to happen. So it's not as fun for me.
Yeah. So I the car, I think, is just the most like it's the most like what if type of gimmick.
It's definitely the biggest reward on most of them. It's either like 50 G's or a vehicle or something like that.
Yes.
We played in that one Big Irv Scramble, and it was like a all expense paid 2-week vacation in Aruba or some shit like that.
Damn.
You remember that? We all paid like.
Oh yeah,
we all did it like 3 times.
Yeah, no,
we were hammered though.
Yep, I remember.
Yeah, I would much rather spend my money on something a little more practical for the whole group.
Something I got a shot of winning.
Yeah, sometimes they'll like offer you things that'll take off strokes, right? Like they might give you the extra gimme yards or whatever. My favorite is the grenade toss for like $10. Is if you're on the edge of the green that you can just underhand a ball onto the green for a chip on.
Sure.
Yep.
And I think those are awesome because usually you can do it to where your whole team can throw a ball up on or whatever. And most of us are pretty good at bags. The underhand toss is no stranger. We're no strangers to the underhand toss. So we can get them pretty damn close. And, you might even be able to chip in with a little underhanded throw.
Sure. Yeah, I'm actually, closest to the pin is always fun because there's usually like $100 gift card involved or something like that. But I think one of my favorites is longest putt.
Longest putt's fun.
Because I think it gives everyone such a better chance to be in it and to win something.
Well, you also don't feel like such a jackass from having to putt from so far away.
Exactly.
You're just like, haha, I gave myself a chance to win longest putt.
Yes. So it's as generic as it is. You see them at every single scramble. I'm a big.
You're a classics man.
Yeah.
Your three favorite are hole in one, longest putt, and closest to.
I know.
You want to add in a fourth? What's the fourth generic? Come on.
It's on a par 5, Ryan.
Oh, longest drive.
Yep.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just thinking par 3 specifically. But
remember when we were playing in the bigger scramble, we thought all 4 of us got longest drive, and then because we saw the flag out there, and it was the longest drive for women on that hole.
Yeah.
We were all so jacked.
I think we moved the stake.
We were about to, and then we put it back down. We're like, oh shit, we're on the wrong hole. Because like, I was the safety man, and my safety hybrid beat longest drive, and we're like, did you get a hold of that, or is it just not a long drive yet?
You looked down at the list.
Are we the first
names?
group?
Yeah, and then Lane beat it, and then Jade beat it, and then Ryan beat Jade, and we're like, we just fucking said it 4 times in a row.
Yeah, it's between which one of those 4 balls is mine, because I hope I win this longest drive. No, that's the best. One of the best part of the scramble is the gimmicks, and a lot of times you don't even realize it's a longest drive hole because you can't. Sometimes it's tough to see like the little pin sticks out there in the fairway. Whereas par 3, like you can see the pin stick on the green, whatever. The other great part of a scramble is when they give you a great swag bag.
Yes.
At check-in.
Yep.
So we got like it's like a 3/4 sleeve quarter zip, like a windbreaker type deal.
Damn. Typically it's like a fucking cheap koozie, sleeve of nitros with the charity logo on it.
Yeah.
And then like some coupons, like the local Domino's.
It's funny you say that because it wasn't to the local Domino's. I actually don't even remember what coupon it was, but there was that. There was TaylorMade tour response with the Jimmy logo on it.
Nice.
A sleeve of those, and then there was a koozie as well. So had the pullover not been in there, yes,
or like
been talking about that,
and like a key lanyard.
Yeah. Oh, there was a charging block too.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Yep, great to have in the cart.
Yep.
One game that I think is a little silly. I do enjoy it though.
I know what you're gonna
is
say.
that marshmallow drive.
I knew exactly what you were gonna say.
The marshmallow drive is weird. I still don't know the technique. I think you got to go iron on it. But like basically you tee up a marshmallow and whoever drives it the farthest wins the money.
Correct.
And you see guys just swing out of their fucking asses and it'll go 4 feet.
Yeah.
He's like, you got to like almost like hockey wrist shot it, which I don't know if you're allowed to do, but I think that's the move. I don't know. I'm training for next time.
No, I'm with you. I'm with you on that. The kiddie pool thing was good because I've actually never seen that before.
Yeah, me either. I've never even heard of that.
And obviously I think it's downright impossible to get it to land and stay in the kiddie pool because it's plastic. Like if you're hitting a 50,
so there's no water in it.
Correct. Correct. It's just a kiddie pool. So
I thought it'd be like there's water in it. So if you hit it, you're in.
No. Well, so you can hear it hit the plastic and bounce out, and that counts like you're a winner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So
the most unique one, the one that I've had the most fun on, but I'll probably never see it again, because the Caddy Girls tournament had a gimmick every other hole.
Okay.
And this one just hit me to my core because you know me. I am a huge karaoke guy.
Oh.
There was a karaoke hole so that you could go up there just for fun and sing karaoke. The way I used it is I went up there and sang while the other groups were teeing off.
Oh,
nice.
So just mess with them. I'm singing, well, what did I sing? I guess a God Bless the USA or some shit during people's backswings and like crack your voice intentionally, like right when they're about to swing the
Wow,
club.
this guy sucks.
USA. Fuck.
Been drinking today, man.
Yep.
Smoking a little bit.
That is funny. You
Yep.
could do it like walk-up song style too, where everybody
could.
has to have a walk-up. Yeah.
Yeah, and that one is like, I don't know if it really counts as like a Scramble gimmick or anything, because you didn't have to pay to do it. You were there, you got to do it. It wasn't like an advantage or anything, other than fucking with other people, which I don't think was the intent. I just took it there.
Yeah. What about putting competitions, like on the practice screen? So they had-
I won that one at the Caddy Girls tournament.
So I saw it, and then we took off in our cart, and I never got back to it. So I think that was if it would have been like at a specific hole, or I don't know, something like that.
So the one
would've
that
been
we
more.
did, it was before the tournament started. Everybody that paid to be in the putting competition got in a giant circle, and everyone was, it was a 50-foot putt in an entire circle. We all putted at once.
That is sick.
And if you got if you got it in, it was the ball on the bottom that won. If multiple people got it in, and nobody got it in, mine was hanging on the lip.
Oh my god.
So I won.
Putting competitions are fun. To just like remind you guys of how fresh I am back into Scramble mindset. I had zero cash in my wallet.
Oof.
So then,
You couldn't buy any mulligans?
No, we bought mulligans. Yeah, we bought those
Okay.
at check-in.
Gotcha.
So here I am. Hey, hey buddy, you got can I borrow $20 from you? So it's like it's a cash for Venmo type of situation. And even with the Bev card, it's like it's my turn to buy this round of drinks. I don't have any cash. So what happens? Well, we can take card, but I'll start a tab for
Bring
you
it to
back
the
at
clubhouse,
the clubhouse.
yeah.
And I'm like, son of a
Did you forget
bitch.
your card there?
As I was walking back to the pickup to leave,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how it came across my mind. I'm like, I need to go get my credit card. So I was half of a walk back to the pickup and this course is 15 minutes outside of town in the opposite direction of where we need to head tomorrow morning. So almost forgot my card. It all worked out in the end, but bring some cash. I bring $100 in cash.
Yep.
Just in case the opportunity presents itself.
And
You
you're
got
going to
some
have a
games out
buddy
there.
that didn't bring any cash. So you're become his ATM.
Correct. And there's always the one buddy who's got farmers always have cash in their wallets.
Yeah, because they keep their bank account is a coffee can under their bed.
Yeah. So one of my buddies, he's a farmer. I mean, he
Trevor's dad's a farmer. and
he was flush.
Always cash.
Yep.
Always.
So I also experienced one thing that I've never experienced before ever in a tournament or what have you. I've seen it done before. I've always wanted to be a part of it. There was a playoff for first place
Really?
of the Scramble tournament.
That's cool.
And we're like, all right, well, let's grab a cart and let's go follow some free golf. And the one team was the other squad of baseball guys
Okay.
they're sticks. So we hopped in carts, no clubs, just us in the cart. We followed for hole number 1, both pushed on a par. Roll up to number 9, which comes back into the clubhouse. And the group of baseball guys, they also have one of their wives on the team who plays from the Reds. She's a former college softball player.
Okay.
And she fucking mashes the ball from the Reds, which it on every hole is probably 100 yards closer. So they push the first playoff hole and they come up to the second playoff hole. So they did the same thing. They drove her up to the Reds first to hit first to see if they were safe or not. And it's probably like a 430 yard par 4. She puts one within 30 yards of the green.
God.
Middle of the fairway, 30 yards within the green. They have a 30 yard eagle chip coming up. The other guys, they put one in the middle of the fairway. They're probably 120 yards out. So those guys are hitting first. Those guys, 2 out of the 4 put one within 8 to 10 feet of the pin. Okay. So they got a good birdie putt. And then the other squad, 30-yard chip. Every single person put one at least 10 to 15 yards past the pin.
Oh my God. They blew it.
They blew it.
They blew it.
They missed their putt. The other team made theirs, and it was all over.
Damn, dude.
But just like the atmosphere, there was probably like 8 to 10 carts following the playoff.
That's cool.
Couple chirps here and there. I mean, we obviously were biased towards the one team. But it was, and this was as the sun was going down. So it was like,
Golden hour playoff.
It's something that I've wanted to be a part of for a long time. Obviously, it'd be kind of cool to play in one, but to be following that in a car, it was fucking awesome.
Hell yeah, dude.
My feet are now wet again in the Scramble world, and I hope to keep them moist for the rest of the summer.
Well, I might play in one this weekend, depending on if this kid shows up. If he shows up today or tomorrow, I should be good to play in it with G Dave. So
Really?
no.
So if he shows up today or tomorrow, you're playing.
Oh yeah.
Let's go.
I mean, we have daycare to watch the other two boys, and Becca and I are seasoned veterans at this point. We don't need two people to watch a baby.
No, you got. I mean, number 3, you got it down.
I can dip out for 6 hours in my paternity leave
For sure.
Yeah.
Well, it's not even. Yeah. Okay. Paternity leave. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think because it's a Friday.
Yeah. You're good.
But yeah, take a break, and we gotta talk US Open after this. We teased it a little bit, but we gotta talk it.
So we're filming this episode on a Monday. Normally we film on Tuesdays, but number 1, Tyler's gonna have a kid, so we gotta bank an episode up. Number 2, we have to get fast initial thoughts on what just happened yesterday in the US Open.
Yeah, I mean, I think it really comes down to just Rory blew it.
So how much of the tournament did you guys watch?
I watched a shitload on Saturday, and I watched the last 3 holes on Sunday.
Okay.
But I've watched plenty of recaps of what happened.
A little Saturday, a little Sunday.
Yeah, I just watched the back half of the tournament on Sunday.
Yeah. I didn't watch any until I think I watched 14 holes on Sunday. So after Bryson's group had teed off, I think I had to go do some shit, came back, and there was 14 holes left. So it was a phenomenal stretch of golf.
Yes.
And it was I mean, the back and forth, okay, maybe you think Cantlay's going to get back into it. He's like 1 back, and then Bryson drops a stroke, and then Rory gains a stroke. It's like, I mean, there's 2 ties. I think there was a tie at 7 under, and there's a tie at 6 under.
Yep.
And the term drive for show, putt for dough could not have been more true.
Dude, the greens
yesterday.
at Pinehurst are annoyingly difficult.
Oh,
like every single one of them is shaped like an upside down bowl.
Yeah.
Well, I loved how they like show the graphic on TV where it's like, this is where you can hit it and it's going to stay on the green, like the actual usage of the green. And the outside parts, if you hit it there, you're falling off 30 yards back.
And I mean, it made for a very entertaining round of golf to watch. But could you imagine how frustrating it would be for like dickheads like us to try to play on a green like that?
Gosh.
Hit center green, rolls all the way back to the fair. I'd be like, dude, I'm done.
Seriously.
And we have trouble hitting the greens regardless. So when you hit a green and it rolls off, it's
demoralizing, dude.
Yes.
Or chipping on those greens would have been.
Yep.
I think my biggest takeaway is I have been waiting for a major like this for quite a while, because the last few have just been runaway victories, and we haven't had this tight at the finish line sort of multiple people challenging, lead change here, lead change there. And it was just really entertaining.
Yeah.
So I was more entertained by the US Open than I was the Masters and the PGA this year, for sure.
And the score being like 7 under winning instead of 12, 16 under as a winning score. It's like the course was hard. They had to play their best to win.
Yeah. I mean, Bryson didn't drive the ball. He drove the ball okay. But I mean, there are a lot of times where if you're off the fairway or off the first cut, you're in like the fescue / gravel / dirt type of
Bryson
terrain.
and scrambled his fucking ass off.
It was unreal because I think he putted really well. Granted, he missed a couple
towards the end.
His chips were phenomenal. Like his short game was very on point.
Yeah. And what a better weekend for this type of golf to fall on. Did I say what a better weekend?
You did.
Couldn't have been a better weekend for this tournament to fall on. Father's Day. I mean, Dad's, hey, what it's your day. What do you want to do? Well, I want to sit down and watch. I want to sit down and watch golf.
Yeah.
So I'm sure the viewership was up. I mean, that was the most golf I've watched in a long time. Luckily, because it was arguably one of the most epic finishes in a major in a long time. People do forget about Matt Fitzpatrick last year at the U.S. Open. Last year, 2 years ago, when he hit that 100-some yard.
Because Wyndham Clark won last year.
Yes. So 2 years ago, Matt Fitzpatrick hit that bunker shot to like 20 feet to essentially like if he 2-putts and Zalatoris 2-putts, Fitzpatrick wins. I don't know if you guys remember that bunker shot, but it was unbelievable. And now you have DeChambeau yanks a drive.
Oh my God. So Rory chokes, right? Rory misses that. So I saw a crazy stat. In his last 497 putts inside 3 feet, he was 496 for 497.
And that was the miss.
That was the miss.
Wow.
And I think
so that for that to happen, and then just a roller coaster of emotions those last 2 holes, right? So Rory's one group ahead. He misses that putt, and it's tied up. And then for Bryson to shank his drive into this shit, I'm like, oh my God, there's still a chance.
Which,
here.
by the way, Rory was in a similar spot, a little bit closer and a little bit like more open of a lie. But Rory was in a very similar spot off his tee shot on 18 as well. And Rory just had to straight up punch out and hope that the ball ran all the way up. It was only 100.
But could have went up and down easily.
Yeah, it was only a 120-yard shot. Bryson had a 140-yard shot. I mean, both of those are doable distances for both of those golfers to be able to pick a ball up and place on the green.
Yep.
Did you see, I mean, you guys saw the putt from the like ground level view.
Yeah.
Rory's putt. So yes, he missed a 3-footer, but that's a nasty putt.
For sure, it's a nasty putt, but like it's Rory McIlroy.
Correct. Now
It's a nasty putt for us.
And it wasn't even like it lipped out and it just went like he just missed it wide. Like it was
He pushed it.
Yeah, he
Now, if that ball's below the hole, he makes that putt 100% of the time.
Does he though?
But it's below the hole, like going uphill.
Yeah, but
it's not as much of a slider, and you don't have to. There's not as much touch to it. I think he makes the putt 100% of the time if it's below the hole. It was above the hole, and now you're like, okay, well, if I hit it too hard, I'm gonna blast it by. And I also have to take into consideration. I mean, there was probably 6 inches of break.
Yeah, easily.
In 3 feet, which I feel like is a lot.
See, where I disagree is I think it was nerves that made him miss. I mean, he makes those putts
for sure.
all the time.
Yeah, I mean,
like the man, he's in the spotlight for LIV. He's in the spotlight for his divorce. He's in the spotlight for not getting that was it 5th or 6th major.
Well, he hasn't won
behind.
He hasn't won the Masters yet. That would complete the Grand Slam for him.
Yeah, but I think he's got 5. Because he's one behind Brooks.
I think he has 4 because Brooks has 5 now.
Okay, so he's one behind Brooks, and he's in the spotlight for Brooks passing him in majors.
Yep.
And I just think the whole world is in his head in that putt. And I don't think it was a skill miss. I think it was a mental miss.
Yeah, I mean, earlier in the day, he goes 4 birdies out of 5 holes across, throughout the turn. And then at the end, he goes 3 bogeys over 4 holes.
Because what did he have? He had a 4-stroke lead going into 10 or something like that. Over Bryson.
No, I don't think it was 4. It was 1 stroke lead.
At most, it was 1 stroke.
Yeah.
No. He birdied and Bryson bogeyed.
Max was 2-stroke difference.
And so, yes, Rory was 8 under. Bryson was 6 under. And I think that was at like number 14.
Okay.
Probably.
Or 13.
Yeah.
That checks out.
So, So what was sweeter, Bryson winning the way he did and like his father passing away a couple years ago, winning on Father's Day, winning another U.S. Open, his second major, his second U.S. Open, or would it have been sweeter for all the shit that Rory has gone through to now win the U.S. Open?
Okay. So here's my Grandpa Dave and I on Saturday were watching it together quite a bit. I don't think I like Rory. I think he's kind of a whiner.
The opinion's slowly changing.
Yes, because I really did enjoy Rory to start. I mean, I was like everybody and their brother. He's the second coming of Tiger. He's a stand-up guy. He's a phenomenal golfer. But just over the LIV stuff and the last 3 years, I mean, he's not a gracious loser. He just kind of pouts when he doesn't win. And I just have a really bad taste in my mouth for Rory right now. And Grandpa and I were arguing about it on Saturday about how he thinks Rory's a class act, in which he's not a dickhead by any means. But then for Rory to storm out after he lost, I think kind of proved my point. He just sort of pouts every time he loses. And so I don't really love Bryson that much either, but I'm firmly team Bryson in this scenario.
Yeah, there's a lot of golfers who probably do the same thing. I just think that Rory gets held to a higher standard. And so it's like, when you're forced upon the idea of being the second coming of Tiger, everyone expects you to be.
Yeah, but there's been like 5 of those.
I know, but if fucking, I don't know.
Would Scotty have stormed off like that?
If Cantlay leaves the room, does anybody care? If Matsuyama leaves the room, does anybody care?
My opinion would be the same on anyone. So what was it? When Xander Schauffele beats Bryson by 1 stroke on 18, Bryson stays back, congratulates him. It's the end of this. He's stand-up act, and same exact scenario. Rory just takes off and pouts. Ryder Cup. Rory gets all bent out of shape about the shit on the green. What does he do? He spazzes on a caddy. Rory's a pouter, dude.
You're not wrong.
Thank you.
I was kind of pissed he didn't go congratulate Bryson after the tournament. Like Bryson did it literally when he lost the last championship. Like, why wouldn't you?
Right.
But
I think the situations are different also at the same time though. I think for Rory, it's like, holy shit. When is this going to happen? When is something good going to happen in my life? On the golf course.
I mean, that was firmly in his control.
But that's most golfers besides Scotty Scheffler too, who's not winning every single tournament.
Right.
Every other golfer is like, why can't I win one? Why can't I win one? So it's like.
So to answer your question, I think it's sweeter for Bryson.
Yeah.
Because Rory, just the last 3 years, just slowly dropped on my list of golfers I like.
Well, Bryson's getting more and more likable now on the PGA Tour.
Yeah.
Like with the one clip of him like going to his yardage book, he goes, "Don't hate me, but I'm laying up," or whatever. And everybody's like, "Oh, come on, dude."
Yeah.
And then even after Saturday, he told all the fans, "Go over here, I'll sign hats and whatever, get pictures too." It's like, how can you not start to like him more?
Yeah,
or 100%. I couldn't be more of a fan right now of Bryson DeChambeau. Yeah. I mean, like, I don't know what changed with him, but he's a very likable guy now. Well, I think everyone can agree with that.
He got so much negative heat for like 3 years ago. Nobody liked him whatsoever. God, no. And then I think it was last year, that whole thing where the rope hit him in the fucking eye and he was whining about that.
Yep.
So there's glimpses of it. I mean, I think he just wants to change his image. So he's just being more chill.
I mean, and that takes a lot to change your entire image to get everyone to go from everyone hating you to everyone loving you.
I don't love him.
You got off the roids. Let's be real.
Yeah.
But you're on your way though.
Yeah. I am liking him more for sure.
I don't know if okay.
So the real L, the sweetest thing that could have happened was Tony Finau winning on Father's Day.
That would have been sweet.
God, he made a surge.
He played well.
And he really, really dropped the ball, the back nine on Saturday, because he was right up there. He was tied for the lead, and then he went bogey triple.
Ooh.
To finish up his rounds. Well, it was like 15 and 16. He went bogey triple to go to 1 under, and then he surged again on Sunday. So I was really hoping that, because I had a Finau tracker on my phone.
Nice.
Just giving me updates on it, because he was the only person I wanted to win that was in contention.
It was just too late. He had 3 birdies and that's it on the back on Sunday. So yeah.
So where do you draw the line between competitive nature and pouting?
When you do it every single time you lose. And it's just, I mean, they preach it to you from when you're a little kid. Be a good sport. And he's just not.
I mean, you lost. You gotta just accept the fact and congratulate the people for winning. It's like they beat you. You might have lost to yourself. Like you lost. He didn't beat you, but you lost. But still, go congratulate him.
Yeah, because I mean, Bryson didn't do anything in those last 5 holes to specifically win. I mean, that shot on 18 was gorgeous and all that stuff, right? But as far as Rory having 3 bogeys in 4 holes, it's like that Bryson had nothing to do with that.
The difference is Rory choked and Bryson didn't.
Yeah.
Bryson didn't fully play. He played obviously very well, but it's not like he was pulling off a miracle shot every single hole to catch up to Rory. Rory choked. Yeah. I mean, that's the writing's on the wall. So he's got no one to be upset with but himself. So like, I just don't like it. I mean, since your first day of sports, the very first competitive sports you play, you lose. What does your coach tell you got to do? You shake hands with your opponent.
Yep.
And Rory doesn't.
I did see something where there must be like a flight tracker on his plane, but 52 minutes after Bryson won, Rory, he was already on his way back to Florida.
Oh my God. Jesus. I hate that. I hate it so much.
I'm kind of with you. I'm gravitating more towards your opinion versus what I was originally thinking.
And I know I will get heat for this, especially on YouTube. They love Rory to death. But I mean, it's just what I think.
Yeah, and I'll go back to this. I think it's in his head. It's like, when is something good going to happen? With all the shit he went through. I mean, getting divorced, not getting divorced. Like he's been in the public eye in like, you know, as the sacrificial lamb, or just like more negative publicity with his marriage, and then the rumor of him having an affair with the reporter, whatever.
Yeah, I think we're a team that never happened.
No, yeah, that's
right?
all speculation. But yeah, it's in his mind. I feel like it's like, when is something good gonna happen?
Yeah,
and I understand how like emotions run high. And I mean, you saw him in the little room watching the final putt, and it was
he was distraught, dude,
demoralized when that putt went in.
Yeah, and I want to be clear, I don't think he's a shitty guy. He's just a shitty loser. Like, I don't think Rory's a bad human.
Yeah, no, definitely not. It is interesting. I mean, it's an interesting opinion, because I've never really thought of. I just assumed that was the competitive nature of an athlete, and I didn't think into it any deeper than that. But yeah, you're not wrong.
But all in all, fantastic major. Loved it.
Would you say it's one of the more iconic major finishes, like since Tiger won the Masters in 19?
I would say for sure since I started really following golf. So yeah. We started the podcast in late 2019,
late 2020.
Late 2020.
And I think it also, because DeChambeau is such a polarizing figure, like the Matt Fitzpatrick. People forget about how unbelievable that bunker shot was that he had. But he's just not as polarizing as DeChambeau. 55-yard bunker shot on those greens to land it below the hole at 3 feet. Disgusting. And then to make the putt. So I think for him to make the putt to win was better than Fitzpatrick's moment at the US Open, because Fitzpatrick 2-putted from where he was. And then Zalatoris had to miss the putt for Fitzpatrick to win. So there wasn't the instant, I just won the tournament. Fitzpatrick had to step away, stand next to his caddy, wait for Zalatoris to putt, and then it kicked in. Whereas like you get the true emotions and celebration when you make the putt to win it.
Yep.
And that was unbelievable.
Also, interesting move for Bryson to still have Pavone sink his putt after Bryson. Like,
yeah, he calmed the crowd down.
Yeah, he calmed the crowd down.
Yeah.
Quiet.
I was just about to bring that up. What a wild scenario. Because if I'm Bryson, I'm letting him putt that out in front of me.
Usually that's
like, do they have to follow the putting order on the green, or can they be like, hey, you go ahead, dude?
I think they can be like, hey, you go ahead.
Well, no, like when they tap them in, they like sometimes like if they miss it on the go by, they'll go quick tap theirs in if they're closer. So
hilarious that Pavone has to putt in the middle of the crowd freaking out. And it shouts to Bryson for quieting him down. But if I'm Bryson, and I think if you're Pavone too, you're not going to turn it down. Be like, hey, you putt first. So,
well,
Bryson's still got to make the putt.
Right.
Yeah, people from the crowd were like questioning why, like in the moment you could hear it over the broadcast that the crowd was questioning why Bryson just didn't let Pavone go first. People were like, what the hell is going on? 'Cause usually that is what happens.
Yeah.
They had such a similar putt though.
Yeah.
So I could understand that. And Pavone was closer. And so like I could also understand from Bryson's perspective of like, this could be seen as seeing lines and stomping all over his line.
And Pavone was still playing for good money.
Right. I was just about to say that. Pavone it's a $50,000 putt for Pavone. So you can't, I know it's fifth place, but that's still a shitload of money. And it's not the first place, but it's still an important ass putt.
Big time.
So yeah, that checks out. I just thought it was a really funny scenario.
Yeah.
Like to have this really dramatic ending to one of the best majors we've seen in the last couple of years. And Pavone to still have to putt after. It's like no one gives a shit if he makes it or not. We also wouldn't know his name, period, if he didn't play so good this weekend.
For sure.
That is absolutely true. Also, the whole Payne Stewart thing with Bryson.
That was cool.
And like that, I mean, Bryson's hero, damn near. I mean, they both went to SMU, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So, I mean, that's like Bryson's hero. I mean, Payne Stewart. I mean,
that's why
Bryson wore the newsboy hat for
that's
the
why
longest
he
time.
that's why he used to wear that hat.
Yep.
So that's kind of sweet because that was Payne Stewart's signature win, was at the US Open. And now it's also Bryson's signature win. Like, I mean, it'll be what people think about for the US Open for years to come. So that's pretty sweet.
This is his second major total, and both of them are US Opens, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
'Cause I didn't know if he had won another one at any point.
No,
Like a different major.
Nope. Bryson and Brooks are, like, I would say, two of the hottest major golfers in the last couple of years.
Oh, for sure. I mean, those two and Scotty, those are the three,
Yep.
right?
John Rahm won the Masters.
Like they're competing everywhere.
Yep. It's kind of cool to see, like him winning that. Does it get closer to PGA letting? I mean, the PGA would love to have the promotion of Bryson DeChambeau behind them, right?
yeah. I mean,
So, like Brooks Koepka is like, okay, he's not promoting himself outside of the golf course. But this is kind of a whole different scenario where you had a social media guy really, who is playing really good golf and winning major tournaments. It's like that he would be great to have back on tour.
yeah. I mean, the PGA would love to have him in their back pocket right now.
You would think so, or they're like, no, fuck that. We can do it without him. All this kind of stuff. Who knows?
I saw a funny. I know Xander Schauffele just won his first major, but I saw a comparison between Brooks Koepka and Xander Schauffele, and how before that they were like the exact opposite of each other. Like Xander Schauffele's won a shitload of events, right? But hadn't won a major. Brooks Koepka doesn't really win a whole lot unless it's a major.
Yeah,
So it's like
the one that counts.
Yep, just like a weird comparison. So it's Brooks is like he's doing good on the Live Tour, but it's not like he's winning the whole thing, is he? He's like not because
He's winning a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, he's
I
winning
guess
a lot.
no, I don't pay attention to it.
I don't think many people do. Did you guys see the clip? This was like in the late evening. I can't remember the guy's name. It was a reporter who was like breaking down the shot that out of the bunker that Bryson made, and he tried to hit one himself, and he like sculled it over the green, didn't hit a good shot, and then Bryson like comes up on a cart, and
it's like dark out at this point.
Yeah, it's dark. They're using the video board to light up the hole.
Oh, interesting.
And then Bryson comes up and like starts talking to the reporter.
He's got the cup under his arm.
He's got the cup filled with sand.
He's clearly had a couple beverages.
Couple two tree. And then he's like, no, get up here and hit another one. Like, let's
let me coach you through it.
Yeah, let's do this again. The percentage of putting one within 3 feet
very low
of that shot was 1.7%. The reporter steps up after he doesn't want to do it. Bryson talks him into it. He steps up to the same bunker shot and puts one within 1.5 feet.
Yep. After some instruction.
Correct. So again, people don't realize how hard that bunker shot is, let alone to put it within 3 feet and then for the reporter to put it within 1.5 feet.
I mean,
insane.
I'm just happy when I get out of the bunker every single time.
Same.
I'm never trying to get it close because I'm just trying to get it out.
If we just get it up on the lip above the bunker, it's like
a win. That's a win.
Hey, we're out.
Is it in
Not even on the green, just out of the bunker.
Is it in grass?
Yeah.
Yes.
Bryce, I just watched the video. Bryson hands off the cup to the reporter too.
Yep.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah, it's kind of a cool moment.
Bryson should have. Did he make him go make the putt?
No.
I would have made him go make the putt.
Yeah. Hey, go sink the putt. I'll give you.
You can have this cup.
You can have it. Hey, you can have it for the night.
Yep. Yeah, you can have it for the next 30 minutes.
And you can claim you made the putt that Rory missed. So
Rory wouldn't congratulate him about it either.
no, I wouldn't. Rory would probably storm off the interview.
Yeah. Wild weekend.
Very.
We needed, I mean, we just talked last week about how much golf we don't watch in the summertime. This tournament was much needed.
Yes.
Yep.
Very much so.
Yes.
What else you guys got? Anything?
I don't got a damn thing.
Nothing.
All right. I'll let you guys know how my paternity leave golf trip goes.
I'm jealous.
No.
I'll maybe try and
Yeah,
see
you
that
can
for,
fucking sneak out.
lunch round.
Yeah. I'll meet you at the Loop.
Okay. Guys, that's all we got for today. We'll be back again next week. Love you all.
Love you.
Love you.
You piped that the wrong way.
I'll call the clubhouse. We'll book another 18 for tomorrow.
Okay, they cheated on that. They fluffed their balls.
Yeah, no better time for the breakfast ball than now.